All right, I think today is one of my favorite lessons in code.org because it makes us aware of something called our digital footprint. In other words, what kind of mark or what kind of presence are you making out there in the cloud? All right. And so the first activity you're going to do, you need something to write with. And uh, you'll get this activity guide. And what I want you to do is put your name up here. Please put hour, and if it's A day, B day, and today's date. And what I want you to do is take about 4 minutes or so to work by yourself. Okay? It says here, when does your privacy matter? Place an X in each box in the table below where you would not. Will you circle or underline the word not? So you're only going to put X's in there where you aren't comfortable with that person knowing this specific information. So you have people across the top and you have information on the side. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is just analyze this by yourself. Don't talk to your people at your table or anybody yet. Okay, so for example, I'm looking at favorite movie and I'm going to go across. Would I be all right with my parent or guardian knowing that? Yeah, I would. Don't put an X there then. So blank means okay. And if it helps you, if you'd rather write okay and then put an X where there's no's, if that's easier for you. But they really are just instructing you to just make a note if you really are not okay with sharing this. So parent, sibling, grandparent, aunt, uncle, other extended kind of relative, a teacher, a best friend that you are talking with face to face, a best friend that you are communicating with digitally, so that's via a device of some sort, a classmate you just met and you are talking in person. Are you okay with sharing with them what your favorite movie is? A classmate you just met and you are communicating digitally on a device of some kind, not in person. Someone you've never met before who asks you about this in person. Would you be okay with that, sharing your favorite movie? Someone you've never met before who asks you about this digitally. Okay. You decide where you want to put X's in. Go through each of these categories: a picture, favorite teacher, your home address, your cell phone number, your personal email address, an embarrassing moment, a secret crush, your online search history. So stop and take a few minutes. I've got the timer loaded here. Take about 3 or 4 minutes. Just work by yourself. Go ahead and pause the video. Now, open it up and talk with the people that are closest to you, your elbow buddy, your table partners, and share if you were similar in your reasoning or your opinion about what you were willing to share. Listen to each other with their reasons as to why they answered the way they did, and talk about, did any of their reasons for saying so, did that change your mind about how you marked your chart? When you get done with that, flip it over and answer the reflection questions on the back. This video is a good one to watch. You can certainly click on it and watch it yourself, or the substitute, if it's a substitute day, will play that. The second part of this activity, though, is my favorite. It's called Social Sleuth. This is where you kind of get to play private detective, and you're trying to find out as much personal information as you can with what these people have put out there on the cloud. All right. So it says, get a better understanding of how your digital footprint is created. You are going to read through several social media examples and try to get as much information as you can find out about these people. Okay. It says each user has profiles on several different or multiple social media platforms. They don't always use the same identifying information, so you'll need to look for clues to figure out whose account matches with which person. There are several users represented. You only need to build a detailed picture of 2 of these people, okay? So this, in the directions, it says go to code.org, and what I want you to do is find Unit 2, Lesson 5, okay? You are going to fill out a table for 2 people. Pick one person first, do that on the front side of your worksheet, and then the second person will be after that. And notice it says fill out the table, list the face space, Facebook, chirper, Twitter, and instant frame, Instagram, names for each user, and try to find out as much as you can by answering each question. Some people, you might not be able to find all the information. Others, you might be able to find a whole lot of information, okay? And I'll talk you through about listing the site where you found it, and then if the user shared it themselves, or if someone else shared that information and you were able to find it. So make sure you have your name on your worksheet. You will go get your Chromebooks and get signed in, and then what you will do when you get to lesson number 5, it says digital footprint. This is what you're going to see, okay? You have your worksheet. Here's the beginning of these profiles, all right? And you'll see, all right, here's 3 different face space profiles. Lizzie Dell, John T, Haley G. What I want you to do on your worksheet is pick one of these people. Doesn't matter which one, just choose one. So let's say you decide, I'm going to go with John T. So what you're going to do on your worksheet is you're going to say, all right, I am going to choose John T. So I'm going to say his username here was John T. And what you're going to do now is click on this, and you're going to read through all of his posts and try to find as much information as possible that might have been shared online. So can you find out his full name? If so, write it down. Can you find out his address or his age, the school that he's attending, what his parents' information or name is? Oh my gosh, did he post his phone number, email? Do you know anything about his relationship status, his hobbies, or some interesting detail? Whatever you can find, then from his FaceSpace account, then if you, let's say you find out his age, then you can say, oh, I found that out on FaceSpace, and say maybe he was 15 or something. Who shared it? Did he share it himself, or did someone else share it? Now, I'm just making this up so you understand how to fill this out, okay? But your job is to pick one of these people and go through that first account and figure out as much as you can. Then notice next, you're going to see Chirper, Twitter. And there are 3 different accounts here. You're supposed to figure out, all right, this person is one of these accounts. See if you can figure out which one. This is their user name, how you follow them on Chirper. Put that on your worksheet, okay? And put that at blah, 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 blah there. See and go through all of the posts and see what information you can find. Whatever you find on Chirper, make sure then you write Chirper there, okay? Then go down to the 3rd row where it has the fake Instagram accounts, instant frame. See if you can figure out which one is that person you chose and try to find as much information as you can, all right? When on the worksheet, when you've got that front side done and you've been able to investigate the person that you chose, one of these 3, when you've gone through all 3 versions of their profiles, then flip your worksheet over to the back side, because on the back side, you get to do it again, okay? And you're going to, I think I've got it on here. The backside is basically the same thing again. Choose somebody else and go through this same process and see what you can find out. It's kind of creepy being a detective, isn't it? Good luck, have some fun, and see how much information these people are posting. Good luck.